All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Web Gems Baseball Podcast. Opening day finally came. Most of us are happy. Some of us here are a little frustrated. So, in this episode, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna start doing what we plan on usually doing, and just go through all the big news in each division of baseball. So, we'll start with the AL East, and I'll open the floor to these two guys.
Nick, I'll let you go first, and then I'll.
All right. I mean, Red Sox fans, there's nothing more frustrating than what's going on right now. You look at the AL East right now. The fucking Rays are in first. The Orioles are in second. I mean, given it's been 5 games, doesn't really matter.
They've only
But
played
still-
3.
But still, let me tell
Two
you.
against the 3 against the Red Sox.
Let me tell you, the Red Sox suck right now. They suck ass. Like they get a good offense, pretty good. You get some players producing, some not. Andrew Benintendi. The pitching sucks. Like they don't even suck. There's no word to describe what is going on with our pitching right now, and it's not the bullpen. It's whoever starts the game. They cannot get out of the first 2 innings without giving up a bomb after a walk. And then we're playing from behind after 3 damn innings. Nick, just take the Red Sox away. It's not even worth my time.
Listen, so Ron Renicky is the biggest friggin' beanbag, friggin' buttercup, friggin' dumbass head in the friggin' league. Let me tell
That's
you.
a nice way to put it.
Let me tell you about something about this dumbass. This guy puts in Ryan Weber. You guys already know how I feel about Ryan Weber. Ryan Weber should not be on a major league roster. He comes in here throwing like this, friggin' 62 miles an hour. I don't need that. I don't need Matt Hall coming in the game. Yeah, he's a lefty. The guy can't even get a fucking trash can out. The guy sucks. The whole fucking team sucks.
All right, the season. Oh my god, a series finale against the Orioles. Josh Osich starts.
The freaking ostrich.
The ostrich. 2 runs. Give up 2 runs, right? That's expected from literally every one of our starters now. But now Renicky comes and takes him out for freaking Springs, who gives up 5 runs in 2 innings. And then he goes to Hembry. If you're down 7-0, why are we bringing Hembry in? For 0.2 innings. Why? And then he brings in Godley, who has an amazing game. But we're down by 5, so doesn't really matter. Renicky sucks.
He sucks. And then another thing, it's kind of like the Red Sox hitters that, I mean, Devers is starting to get better. Bogarts is starting. JD had a bad game yesterday. But they need to all friggin' hit. I don't need to see Kevin Pillar being the best hitter on the team. I'm sick of that shit. I better start seeing these top guys. And Benintendi, I hope you're watching this. You blow, okay? You're like 1 for 26 with like 85 strikeouts. I don't even know what to say about you. It's like a pitcher, especially a left-hander, goes up there and they're like, oh, Andrew Benintendi, let me just throw 3 breaking balls down in the dirt and he'll swing it all 3. Like, are you serious, Benintendi? We're not paying you what? How much are we paying this fool?
6.6. Well, that was before.
We ain't paying you $6.6 million to go up there and swing at 3 pitches. We can just get Chris Davis to do that, or I can do that. We don't need your ass doing it, okay? Go hit the damn ball. How do you go from lead off to the 9 hole? Because you blow.
Yeah.
Okay. Enough with the Red Sox.
I think the Red Sox need to trade him.
Yeah, but yeah. But anybody else in the AL East, I think the Rays are looking pretty good.
Rays are looking really good.
I think they're who do they beat their first? They beat the Toronto Blue Jays their first series. And now they're currently in the series with the Atlanta Braves. So
yep,
they're doing well.
They demolished Faltinevich.
Yeah,
demolished him. They destroyed him so bad. The Braves had to DFA him that day.
That's when you know
that's a different conversation.
First start of the year.
Yeah, we'll get to that soon. But other than that, the Yankees haven't been able to play many games. Same with the Orioles because of the outbreak between the Marlins and possibly the Philadelphia Phillies. So there's
Phillies
nothing
have
really
no
to talk
positive,
about
yeah.
there. Only
Yeah.
thing to talk about with the Yankees as a Yankee fan, James Paxton really needs to fix his stuff for next start. That's it. His velocity was very low against the Nationals. It was wise for Boone to take him out in the first after one inning, but so yeah, he needs to fix some stuff because Yankees starting pitching needs some work. Like, on paper, it looks pretty good, and then all of a sudden they perform they perform under expected. So they just need to figure that out. But other than that, it's been looking pretty good. Everything's to be expected. Gary Sanchez is going to strike out at least 10 times before he gets a home run. Start a year, typical. And yeah, another thing is Giancarlo Stanton's actually starting off pretty damn well. I'll give him that. Everyone's saying he's supposed to have an outbreak year, a breakout
I
year.
hope he doesn't have an outbreak. We don't want anyone getting the virus.
He's supposed to have a breakout year, and I didn't think so, but it's promising start. So we'll see what goes on there. And with the Orioles, they beat the Red Sox in the series. That's all.
That's all you need to know about how the Red Sox started this year. The Orioles and the Mets.
Don't even get me started again. If we start going again.
All right, moving to
Let's
another
not even talk
division.
about the Red Sox ever again.
We'll stay in the East. We'll go to the NL East. So this is where the big story comes in. The Miami Marlins are probably one of the dumbest franchises right now in all of sports.
Yeah. I'll get on a little Marlins rant. Okay? These freaking guys, they knew that motherfuckers had corona, but yet they still played the game. Are you dumb? You already traded away Yelich, Stanton, Ozuna, D. Gordon, Jose Fernandez. They had no control over that. But, I mean, you lose every good player you've ever had. I mean, Derek Jeter, what are you doing? You're like the biggest pinhead up there. You're the biggest freaking pinhead up there. Your head looks like a bowling ball, and it has no freaking brains in it. You suck. He's so bad. Like, oh, he's a great player. When he has to make decisions, he sucks. What do you want me to say? He probably knew they had the positive test. They're like, Derek, we have positives down here. He's like, oh, no, just play. They suck. They're like one of the worst organizations in sports. I'm done with them.
Yeah, I don't know about the coronavirus with Miami. I mean, no Phillies players have tested positive yet.
Only one coach, but that was like a completely different thing.
It's still unknown how the team.
Probably got that as a strip club or something.
They're unsure if they had caught it out in Atlanta and passed it on the plane. They don't really know yet, but it looks like a Miami situation. Hopefully, it's a wake-up call for the rest of the league. Take this crap seriously. And I mean, the Mets season's getting postponed until next week. Oh, no one cares. No one wants to watch the Marlins.
Yeah, nobody.
Literally, the only people that care are the people that are supposed to beat them.
Yeah, honestly. And another thing, their own fans don't even care. Like, their fans, they don't even have fans. Like, honestly, the family members of the players on the team aren't even Marlins fans. They're like, they are so bad that we're just going to like another team and just pretend that, like, my son's not playing for them.
I tend to believe Miami is one of the worst baseball markets in the country.
It is.
I mean,
The thing is, they've had success too. So
yeah,
I think sports in general in Miami is just not good.
yeah.
I don't think it's a great market for any sports, even the Dolphins.
at one point it was the Heat. LeBron was there, but that's basketball. It's pretty easy to win in basketball. Just get LeBron and like two other good players on your team, and you're set.
Yeah.
So you know that. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
The
Looking at the rest of this division, the Nationals aren't starting off pretty good. Only one win, 4 losses. Lost it to the Toronto Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays, I don't know. I don't know if that's a case of the Nats are starting off terrible, or maybe the Blue Jays are – I know the Blue Jays dropped the series against the Rays, but maybe the Blue Jays are better than we thought. I mean, they're young, that's the thing, so I don't know how long the Blue Jays will be good.
That's what sucks with a 60-game season. In a 162-game season after maybe 40 games, you really get to know every team, their tendencies and all that stuff. But now this season, once you have 40 games through, you're 2/3 of the way through the season.
You're pretty much, you're set on playoffs or not.
I think you're going to see a lot of maybe the teams we didn't expect to be that good beat some of the better teams. Because baseball is just like that, and
Baseball's one of the only sports like that.
yeah,
It's like anyone can beat anyone. It doesn't matter if you have your ace going against the worst teams, like number 5, you can still lose.
yeah. Me and Nick were talking about betting the other day with baseball and like the money lines and stuff. Like, we're just talking about how honestly probably never bet on baseball like that.
Yeah.
Really,
It's
in any
hard.
given
It's really
Sunday,
hard.
every day of the week.
Because like you could be one team could have an ace out there, and then the other team could have like a bullpen day, and the team with the bullpen day could win 14-0. Like it literally could be like any team. So that's the thing. So it's kind of like I would never bet on a baseball game. You're really taking a chance.
I don't even think I'm going to say the Mets look good. They
The
just.
Red Sox look bad.
I will say though that one home run Pete Alonso hit at Fenway, absolute bomb.
That was
Yeah,
the
same thing with Cespedes. Noy Cespedes. He had a bomb in City, I believe, their first series.
Yeah.
That was a launcher.
yeah, but this Pete Alonso bomb came off the bat at 117 or 118. It literally drilled a cardboard cutout in like inside the green moss and then hit back. If that was a person, they'd be dead. There's no doubt about it.
I've never seen a ball get out of Fenway quicker than that.
I've never seen a ball. I mean, the thing hit the seats and then came back like on the field. If that was a person, it would have hit the guy's head, went through his head, and then hit somebody else in the back and went through their head. Like, I mean, it got out of there quicker than like I blink and the freaking thing is already back on the field. Like it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I remember me and Nick would text each other. We were like, "Holy crap, that ball was absolutely rifled." It wasn't even hit far; it was just on a line.
Alonso has crazy power like that.
He's had a rough start to the season too. Also,
Yeah, I think that's
starting
like
off as
only
a slump.
A lot of players have had a rough start.
Yeah, no, I was about to say that. Like Cunha's had a rough start. Alonso's had a tough start.
It's reflected in the league ERA too. The league ERA right now is 4.21.
Yeah, that's about right.
At this time last year, it was about 4.51.
Yeah.
So little lower than the average, but
Well, yeah, Tom Verducci, he was saying like, let me tell you, I think it was Tom Verducci. He was like on MLB Network. He was like, the pitchers are ahead of the hitters at this point. He also said something about we're on this division anyways. He said something about Anibal Sanchez. He's like, Anibal Sanchez, he's missing the zone a lot more than I've seen in the past few months.
oh, he looked good.
What do you mean, Anibal? The past few months, we haven't played baseball in months. What do you mean? He said this is the most I've seen Anibal Sanchez miss the zone in the past few months.
I forget if he was
Probably meant to
playing.
say years. Yeah,
It's his first start of the year, so I mean, I don't know what
he
baseball.
he must have meant years.
There's no way it's been years since Anibal's missed the zone.
I forget who he was playing, but
Walked two guys.
really good. He looked really good that game.
Yeah.
All right, we have one more team to talk about in the NL East here, and it's the Atlanta Braves. They've had an interesting start. One of their all-star pitcher, Mike Fultonavich, comes in for a start, gives up 6 earned runs, and now he's DFA'd.
Yep. that sums up his.
That gives the club about 7 days to decide what they want to do with him. I think Alexa went off. I think it's going to give the team 7 days to decide what they want to do with him. I wouldn't be surprised if we see any team trade for him.
Yeah, honestly, I could see somebody use him in the bullpen.
Yeah, but if he has to clear waivers, I think the Phillies are going to pick him up. If not, maybe the Mets. It's my.
I don't even freaking know. Like, some like random ass team probably get him, like the freaking Oakland Athletics or something like that.
Thing is, if any National League team wants him, they're going to get preference over any American League teams.
Yeah.
All right, moving into the NL Central, we have the Cubs off to a hot start.
Yeah, I like the Cubs this year. Really
John
good.
Lester had a no-hitter going through 6 innings, and they decided to take him out.
5 innings.
Yeah.
Through 5 innings.
75 pitches.
I'm not really sure what happened there. I didn't really read into it, but if that is what it looks like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but
I don't know if he was only scheduled to throw 75 or something
probably.
this early in the year, but I don't know. He looked really good.
Let's just talk about Kyle Hendricks, though. Complete
Yeah.
game, first start of the year. I mean, he's underrated because nobody really talks about the pitcher that's a sinker baller that throws 87 miles an hour. Like
He has been underrated his entire career.
Yeah, because he
His
works the
entire
contact.
career.
He works the contact, ground balls. So it's like it's not talked about because he doesn't strike everyone out, but he gets people out.
Yeah, he's not sexy. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see all this buzz around him. But he does his job.
There's more buzz around freaking Yu Darvish, who blows, by the way.
Yeah, Yu Darvish had an awful start.
Yu Darvish just always blows. He has like one good start out of 7, and then people are like, oh, Yu Darvish, he's really good. But then the other 6, he walks 8 people and gives up 12 runs. So
I hate his curveball too.
yeah,
He doesn't throw hard enough to throw it.
Yeah, exactly. He throws like 66 miles an hour on a curve, leaves it hanging.
All right. So just like the mid table here of an NL Central is kind of just unusual. So we have the St. Louis Cardinals, Milwaukee Brewers, and Pittsburgh Pirates. We pretty much all in the same, like pretty much being the same thing. Like all 2 and 3 or 2 and 2, 2 and 3. They're just starting off.
I think you really can't.
Yeah, it's very early to decide who's starting off like really bad, really good, but like the Pirates, we're expecting them to drop off a decent amount.
I expect the Cardinals to take a step up. Brewers to stay about in that middle part. I don't really expect them to.
Yeah, the big surprise is the Cincinnati Reds. They've started off horrendous.
Yeah,
Maybe they just caught on to the Cubs that were just very hot, but
I think
the Reds hitting has just been quiet.
We all picked the Reds, I think, in the top 3 of this division. So
yeah,
it's just,
I think they'll make their way back up. It's just such a small sample size to
opening day. They looked good. I mean,
I just don't really have enough information to opine on what the division really looks like right now. It's just such a small sample size.
I will say, though, their top 3 of the rotation is really good. I was really impressed with Luis Castillo, but especially. I think he went 6 in the third and struck out 11 guys. I mean, I think it was against the Tigers, which isn't really necessarily a big feat, but I would still take that in your first start of the year. Go 6 innings, strike out 11. I'll take that versus anyone, a blind team, whatever. It doesn't even matter. I don't care.
All right, moving into the AL Central, we have the Cleveland Indians, Minnesota Twins. To start off, the Indians surprised me more than the Twins. I expected the Twins to start off pretty nice. Their hitting's unbelievable. The Indians, I figured, their pitching wouldn't be as good, but their pitching's holding up pretty well.
Yeah.
Cleveland is one of those cities that just has great pitching. Really, any way they can stretch their windup or stretch their rotation, pretty good.
Yeah. They had that kid Savale last night go, I think, 6 innings, strike out 9, give up 2 runs. I will say this. I know home field doesn't really have an effect necessarily because of the fans, but Cleveland is yet to play on the road. So we'll have to see how that rolls. Minnesota's only played 1 game at home. I will say, I think in the end it's going to be very close, but I think Minnesota's lineup is just unreal. Especially Nelson Cruz is 40 years old, but the guy just had a game where he hit 2 bombs and like what did he have, 6 or 7 RBIs or something ridiculous like that. I mean, the guy's unreal. I do kind of want to hit on the White Sox. I know we didn't bring them up, but record-wise they're 1-4. But I would say I like one thing about their team that has some promise. Luis Robert. I've always pronounced it Robert. I thought it was pronounced like that, but apparently it's straight up pronounced Robert, which I didn't expect it to be. But I thought it was Robert this whole time. But
everyone did.
Yeah, but I keep hearing people say Robert. That's how it's pronounced. So I'll just go with that. Be politically correct or whatever. You don't want to offend anyone, but whatever you want to call it. He's really good.
Tim Anderson's having a really good start to this season.
Yeah, I think Robert's batting about 400. He's got his first career home run. And then yesterday I saw him. He was in center field. He ran all the way over to right field and literally jumped right in front of the right fielder to catch a ball. He ran a ridiculous amount. So it's like the guy's an unreal athlete. I think him, Jimenez, those guys can be the future of their team. Right now they ain't doing too great, but I like what I see in the future.
I expected them to be a little bit better. I mean, again, it's still early, but to
Yeah.
start off, like guys like Edwin Encarnacion, he's not really panning out to start off. But again, like these power hitters, they're always going to start off slow. I don't know what it is, but they always start off slow.
Yeah, it happens.
So, and I mean, their pitching, their ace, Giolito, he had a horrible first game. I think he got pulled out like at least 4 innings in. He gave up like 5 runs or something. It was not a good look. But again, like everybody, like it's still too early to tell. So like everyone's weirded out that it's a 60-game season and we're starting in the middle of July. So
Yeah.
we'll be living. So
I mean, the White Sox couldn't keep the Twins off the board. That's
Yeah.
what that's where my issue with the White Sox is.
I have a feeling a lot of teams aren't going to be able to keep the Twins off the board, unfortunately.
I still have the White Sox finishing third in that division. And
Yeah,
I
same.
don't think I'm going to change that.
yeah, the Detroit Tigers and Kansas City Royals just do not look good. But
They
Whit
just-
Merrifield on the Royals, great player.
Yeah, very good. He's always been one of the top. The thing is their records are 3-2 and 2-3 because they're playing each other. Like Tigers and Royals are playing each other, so the record's going to look a little bit better because they're beating each other. They're both equally as bad, in my opinion. Right now, it looks like the Tigers might have a slight edge, but I honestly don't know. Like they could finish this with the same record for all I know.
All right, moving into the AL West. The Astros, they finally met their match with Joe Kelly. What a guy. He's tossing at him. Tossed at Bregman, clearly. We could argue whether or not he did it on purpose against Correa. Curveball, yeah.
I'll
You
argue
hit-
that.
But the thing with, like, if you watch the full inning, Joe Kelly's fastball is just not there. So he had to throw breaking balls everywhere.
Yeah.
So his breaking ball was pretty accurate, but like, I mean, you could argue it was on purpose. If it was not, I don't know. I don't give a shit. I don't really know. I don't
He
know.
also went inside to Yuli Gurriel like twice, right up and in. So I was like,
Yeah, it was obvious his fastball was not that great that
Yeah.
inning, but
we know that
I
as
think-
Red Sox
I think
fans.
throwing at Bregman is as obvious as it gets.
Yeah.
If you can't locate a fastball, why are you going to throw at people? You throw 98 and you cannot miss high. If you're a pitcher, I don't care who is at the plate. I don't care who in the Astros. You don't throw 98 at someone's head. I love Joe Kelly. If he put it between the numbers, sure. Throwing it at someone's head,
I will say this though. I was watching MLB Network and they made a somewhat fair point. People are putting a lot on Bregman for the sign stealing thing. When that actually occurred though,
he's a freaking rookie.
exactly. And so like all the veterans were basically like, we're doing this whether you like it or not. He didn't have a choice. And the fact that they were making him like a spokesman of it, he really had no right to be that in terms of like trying to.
Yeah,
They
they just threw him into the wolf pack and
Yeah.
said, "Good luck, pal."
So now
And they
he's
strapped like raw steaks around him, threw him in a wolf pack, and they're like, "Good luck, buddy."
Yeah, it's just like he's taking heat. He can be a bit of a dank on social media, but like in terms of this, like sign stealing thing, he didn't really have as much to do with it as some of the other guys like Carlos.
Yeah, and they gave him a 30-second speech to go read in front of the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
apologize.
made people upset. Yeah, that's what made people upset. Like the
Yeah,
fact that he was reading off the cards in the back room, and then
Yeah.
his social media presence.
I don't think anyone in the league is as pissed off as the fact that the Astros stole the signs and everything. Mostly right now, they're just pissed off the way they fucking handled it.
Yeah, unapologetic.
I mean, They handled it like a bunch of 2-year-olds.
Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry. It
Alex
won't happen
Bregman,
again.
Alex Bregman, am very sorry
So,
for stealing signs. Yeah, stealing signs.
and then Altuve went out there for a shorter one and goes like, "I'm very sorry. I will not."
I
have
thought
to."
that I steal sign and so I hit the ball and they just like leaves. Little too.
Yeah.
Little
It's my thing with Joe Kelly. You can't locate a fastball, don't throw at someone with a fastball. You miss high.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I feel like
Yeah.
throwing at someone's head's very dangerous. You can't do
Never
that.
do that.
Do it. Like,
Don't
throw it
care
at the
who
leg.
is that-
Throw it
I
at the
do
leg.
not-
Throw it at the hip. Like, but if you're
I don't
throwing at
give a-
someone's head, that's a lot.
I don't give a shit who's that bad. You're never throwing at someone's head.
And
Ever.
you saw Joe Kelly throw. Yeah, he was throwing at first base trying to pick Bregman off by throwing heaters right at him.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever I hit someone on purpose, I did the exact same thing.
I will say, yeah, never throw at someone's head, even if you're Jared Weaver in 2016 throwing 42 miles an hour. You still don't throw at someone's head. It's just
It's
not
too
what you
dangerous.
push.
You see what happened to Giancarlo Stanton? Like, throwing at the head is just not good.
Especially when you throw 98.
Yeah. If you're gonna throw heaters at night, you're gonna
3-0
hurt
count
somebody.
too.
Yeah.
3-0 count, and you're throwing the ball that you can't locate. It's bad luck.
I will say though, I did enjoy that Correa at bat.
Yeah, that was funny. He strikes him out.
When he walked off. The best thing about that whole at bat was that Kelly struck him out swinging. So it's like Kelly had he could talk all this shit because like he struck him out, and Correa's like, throw me the fastball. Well, he didn't need to because he just struck you over the curve. So like
fastball, you can't hit a damn fastball. Why do you want a fastball? You can't hit a fastball.
And then he's like, give me the fastball. Joe Kelly doesn't need to give you a fastball because he just swung and missed at a curveball in the dirt. I mean, come on, like get real, Correa. A bit overrated, but whatever.
Oh, he's like he was just upset that he didn't get the call from the dugout. He didn't hear. He was like, "Oh, I want the fastball."
Yeah. Wait.
Joe Kelly told him.
Curveball.
He goes, "Go back to cheating signs, or go back to stealing signs." He yelled that to him walking off the mound.
Wait, what is it? We got curveball.
But yeah, they're going to get hit all year.
Yeah, I know. This is just that. This was fun to watch. I don't know who's going to do it now. You expected it from the Dodgers because they lost to them in the World Series when it happened.
I don't really know who else I could think. Maybe Oakland.
Yeah.
I think Oakland got cheated out of a league championship.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see the end of the Dodgers doing something.
Oh yeah, tonight's game will be fun.
Yeah, there'll be some retaliation, but even the Astros were like, I don't know if we're gonna do any retaliation or anything because in terms of like,
they're not gonna release be like, yeah, we're gonna retaliate.
No, but a lot of things. No, they've made a point. They're like a lot of our pitchers are like rookies. We don't want to like put them out there in that way. But I can see a veteran definitely doing it.
See fucking Ozuna coming out and
they're gonna get a guy from the bullpen to come in. It's gonna hit somebody.
Ozuna has nothing to say though, because I mean he like beat his girlfriend. So I mean, that he's a piece of shit. That's just fact. He literally got suspended for domestic violence. So he's a piece of shit.
Aside from that division, Oakland's pretty good.
Yeah.
Rangers are disappointing me right now, big time.
I mean, Mariners.
Mike Trout's a stud. That's all we need to know.
Mike Trout has not been that clutch this year.
Yeah.
Kevin, it's been 5 games, so Mike Trout has not been that clutch.
No, but we still love Mike Trout.
He took an offer the other day, I believe.
Yeah,
we
got offers to talk about.
He's got
the other day, Mike Trout struck out to end the game with like 2 runners on or something on a fastball up in the zone. I don't think it was a strike.
Very unlike him.
Yeah, he did not think it was a strike either. I think it was a little bit above the zone, but they gave
that was close. That was a close pitch.
I wouldn't have ended the game like that though.
No, I wouldn't have. But you got to swing at that.
Yeah.
That ball was too close to let go.
Yeah, but I think if anyone's gonna know the zone, it's gonna be Mike Trout. That's the thing.
You can't leave the game in the umpire's hand like that.
Yeah.
He taught that from Little League on. If it's close, don't put the game in the umpire's hands.
Yep, and the last thing to talk about is the Seattle Mariners here. So they're 1-4, and their run difference is already at -21. So congratulations, Mariners, Mariners, you suck. And the Marlins too, you suck. Yeah, I'll say both of them.
Yeah, I always confuse them too because they're like equally sucky.
Hold on, what'd you say was their run differential?
-21.
Jeez, Red Sox allowed 29 runs in the last 4 games. That's close.
Oh, man.
I haven't added up the Red Sox, but that's close.
I think the only thing that's keeping the Red Sox out of that is we won by 11 runs the first game.
All right, yeah. So last division here is the NL West, and we have our guys, the San Diego Padres, they're showing some promise to start.
I really like the Padres. I just think that they're gonna keep getting better too. Like they have a lot of guys in the minor leagues, especially Mackenzie Gore, the pitcher. He is filthy. Me and Nick were talking about the kid had like a 1.4 ERA last year and like a 0.85 WHIP or something ridiculous. He's just insane. Obviously, Tatis is a stud. Hosmer's got it off to a better start than most people thought. If they can like get Machado, keep going, a guy like Will Myers could be a wild card. If that guy can actually hit, that could be someone that the Padres could really rely on. But who knows?
Will Myers' hair is at an all-time high right now. I don't know if you guys saw it. It's looking pretty nice.
I will say though, I'm pretty sure Kirby Yates blew like his first.
He
save.
did blow a save. I know that because he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah,
So.
which is rare out of him, especially from last year.
And especially the first game that he comes in.
Yeah.
They're lucky though. The Dodgers lost to the Giants yesterday.
Yeah.
Like Drew Smiley on the mound.
Drew. Apparently, it's 2013 with the Rays. That's the Drew Smiley that came to play yesterday.
Dodgers played a good game though. Julio Urias with 5 innings, 1 run.
Yeah. I like Urias. He's good, but he's just
Graterol got the loss in that game though. Red Sox were supposed to get him. That deal fell through.
Yeah, they were gonna get him from the Twins, and then the Twins just ended up trading him to the Dodgers for Kenta Maeda.
Physicals didn't work. Some stupid stuff.
Probably has some elbow issues for all we know.
Yeah, so looking at the rest of the division, Dodgers, we're expecting them to be much better.
Yeah.
Still 5 games in. Can't really say nothing.
I don't think Colorado's going to stay up there.
Yeah, definitely not.
That good of a team.
They just had a good. They just played the Rangers. That was pretty much it. And the Diamondbacks, their pitching does not look good to start. I can say that much.
Expect a loss tonight. Bumgarner going up against Lance Lynn. I just have a hunch. I don't think Bumgarner is going to get out of the 4th inning.
He barely got past his last start too. So.
Well, Merrill Kelly was good for them last night.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I think that was the best thing because he had a no-hitter going in through.
They kept him in too long.
Yeah,
kept him in way too long. Once you put a no-hitter at that point, you can't let him go out that another inning.
I've always been kind of critical on Merrill Kelly, but I mean it's one game, so I'm not going to stop being critical of Merrill Kelly. He's just not that great. He's like a number 4 or 5 star. I still believe that.
I thought Odor's bomb yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a launch.
That's about the only thing that guy does.
It seems balls can't get out of that stadium. So.
He either hits
him and Joey Gallo, both the same player, home run or bust.
They're the same.
Why they're hitting back to back?
Different in height. The same shit.
Oh, Gallo has a build that he can literally just hit for average, and he just doesn't.
Yeah, his highest average was like last year, 250. Like 250 is like Joey Gallo hitting 330. It's like the same thing. His career average before that was like 209.
And then you got Shin-Soo Choo.
Oh, terrible. Shin-Soo Choo.
Hitting lead off.
You got Willie Calhoun, Ronnie Guzman.
Ronnie Goose. I'll give Guzman some time.
Yeah, same.
All right, the last team, San Francisco Giants. Didn't expect anything more.
Oh, they beat LA yesterday.
No, San Francisco. They played San Diego.
Fuck, I know. Fuck.
Yeah, so much for our no cussing rule, but I think
we
were doomed from the start.
Whatever, I screwed up that bad. It's fine.
But yeah, I think that's all we got for this episode. Again, it's still early into the season. Hopefully, when it really gets kicked off, we'll talk about a lot more. But we can't really say much now. We've only seen the beginnings of some things.
Be more interesting in a few weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah. We'll do like a little prediction here. Is there going to be retaliation between the Astros and LA tonight?
I would say so, yes.
Sure, to a point.
All right. I think it's going to be a typical one. It's going to be a Astros pitcher is going to hit a Dodger hitter, and the umpire is going to give warnings to both sides.
They should.
Dodgers going to come out and say, well, we didn't get a chance to retaliate, so now we can't retaliate. And then that's going to go on, and then they're going to hit again, and someone's going to get tossed.
They should get warned before the game.
Yeah. So
Shouldn't be warned after one. It's one of my least favorite phenomenons in baseball. One team hits another person, they give warnings. Stupid.
yeah, I think that's all we got here today, boys?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching the
Benintendi
episode.
sucks.
What?
I had to just say Benintendi sucks. I had to make sure that gets out there.
There it goes. All right. If you guys didn't know, we have 2 Red Sox fans there, and they're not very happy.
Nope.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching another episode of the Web Gems Baseball Podcast. We'll be back sooner rather than later. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about a little bit more. But until next time, see you later.
See ya.